Morning, everyone. Monday, March 30th, Science 8. We're going to talk about the second section of Chapter 13, which is energy transformations. The big thing that we need to remember today, or that we should take away from today's lesson, is that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only rearranged. Okay, only transformed from one form to another. I shouldn't say rearranged, but transformed, say from chemical energy to thermal energy or radiant energy, things like that. Okay, but the big takeaways, what I have behind me is the law of conservation of energy. All right, energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed from one form to another. Okay, so if we take, for example, we were talking about our campfire burning the other day, where we have wood, right? When the wood goes into a chemical change, it starts to burn, those bonds inside the wood start to break. Well, that's chemical energy being released. That chemical energy has got to go somewhere. And we know by the law of conservation of mass is that matter cannot be created or destroyed, but only rearranged. So when that wood burns, there's smoke, there's ashes, there's gases, there's all these other things given off. But if we kept all of that matter and mass together, what would happen after we burned the wood? That mass, the amount of mass, would equal the same amount as the wood before we started the fire. And the law of conservation of energy, when that wood burns, okay, the energy that is being transformed is going to go from the wood, where we have chemical energy, being broken down into radiant energy, which is light energy, right? We can see by the campfire the light of the fire. And also thermal energy, which is heat. We can feel the heat coming from the fire. Okay? I want to show you another example of an energy transformation. It's in your book. It's a great example. And it shows how coal burning plants generate electricity for us. It's very similar to nuclear power plants doing something similar and transferring the energy from nuclear energy into electrical energy. The example in our book is a coal plant transforming that energy from coal energy, all right, into electrical energy. So I'm going to move my paper and we're going to take a look at it. All right, this is found on page 384 in your textbook, okay? You know that's on my webpage. Underneath the Chapter 13 textbook pages should be the first thing on my classroom page for Chapter 13. So you can find this example in your textbook. But what it shows is we have our coal supply over here on the left-hand side, all right? So as the coal comes, right, it's going to go into what we call a burner or a boiler. Right, as that coal burns, right, we have a chemical change happening. The coal is going to change into something else. It produces heat or thermal energy, right? So we bring water in. As the water comes in, it changes from liquid form into steam. Now we know that steam has a lot more energy because the molecules are moving much faster than just the coals that are in a solid state. So we take this water in a liquid state, right? The molecule's moving a little bit faster than the solid state. Now, when we heat that water, it's going to phase change from a liquid to a gas. Gas particles have much more energy than regular liquid particles, okay? That energy we know that is moving is kinetic energy. So we have the steam line. Steam line comes over here to what we call the turbine, which have a lot of fans. No, I shouldn't say fans, but moving parts in it. As those moving parts move faster and faster, it's going to cause the generator to create or generate electricity. All right, this is a very simple version and explanation of this. All right, but the energy, the kinetic energy that is being transformed from the coal energy. Water comes in, we heat the water up, that gets lots of kinetic energy in the steam. The steam creates the turbine to move. As the turbine moves, it causes the generator to create this electricity. The electricity goes over to the transformer, and then the transformer basically takes all of that energy and transforms it into electrical energy that gets sent out to all our houses. It's very similar to a nuclear power plant, except in a nuclear power plant, they're taking the nuclei of atoms and taking those changes from when we either smash the atoms together or we split the atoms apart. That amount of energy is incredibly more than a coal burning station. And so again, as those atoms break apart, the nuclei of those atoms, the nucleus of those atoms break apart, and we do lots of atoms breaking apart, it creates more and more energy, lots of kinetic energy. And again, it's the same type of thing. It goes to a turbine. Turbine goes around and around, causing the generator to create electrical energy to the transformers, and then the transformers send all of that electrical energy out. Okay? So, energy transformations. It's a big thing to know. It's not hard, but just remember the law of conservation of energy. We can't create or destroy energy. We're only going to transform it. And a lot of times, it's taking kinetic energy, creating more kinetic energy, transforming the kinetic energy into a usable form that we can use for our consumption, whether it's for electricity to power our homes electrically, lights, heat, etc., or in a car, taking gasoline and causing that gasoline inside the car to combust, right? Creating energy inside the engine to power your car. Or food. Food's another way of where we're going to take a certain form, food that we eat, our body's going to transform that energy, right? Chemical energy from the food we eat, into a usable form for our cells to create the ATP, the necessary energy molecules for our muscles and things so we can continue on our daily lives, okay? So today, what I would like you to do is do the notes for 13.2, okay? Fill those in, the note fill-ins. You've already done the first half. You did 13.1, 13.2 should be on the bottom or back side. I don't remember which, but they're both on my webpage. Again, if you don't have a printer, no worries. Just take out another piece of paper, put them on OneNote, a Word doc, save it to your computer. Save it somewhere. If you don't have those means, a simple piece of paper, pen, pencil, number, write down your answers, fill them in, okay? And I'd also like you to do, I believe it's the 5 questions on page, these 5 questions on page 385, okay? Try to get that done by Wednesday. There's also a PowerPoint on this section that the book has created that I've downloaded and put up onto my webpage as well. And we're going to be talking about these transformations all week long, okay? I hope you and your family are doing well. Have a good day, and hopefully we'll see you soon.